Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Texans are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Browns, who will need to find a way to move the football.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. This is Isaiah Crowell looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Flushed out right, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On play action, Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And the wideout in motion. Kaiser now on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They go play action. Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Running, it's Drake. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a loss of 5. Running off tackle left, Fournette. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 5-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Kaiser to throw it this time. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Bernardrick McKinney from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 29. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And the ball is knocked out. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And they'll lose lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Bryant's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 105 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. first down. Drake. Room here to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And now out comes Houston. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Again, it's Fournette, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got some space here. Given 16 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Give to the fullback on the dive. Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. Leopard. Back in that Philly. Here we go. Over. Good. Hurry up. Here we go. Boom, landed. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Here we go now. Clean
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. A little juke. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now here's a carry heading left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go. Flex round.
2nd down, Kaiser. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. From the left side, it's complete. And he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Fournette, a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now. Over.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Texans on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out on. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Here we go.
Back to it after the pick 6. Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception. And now their task is even tougher.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Leopard. Detroit. Take 4. Let's go. Look at 56. 39.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Over.
Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33, the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here we go now. Look at 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They keep it with Crowell on 1st. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3rd and short yardage, Kaiser. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They begin with a run by Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
No. Check. Patriots.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. From the left hash, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.